But one way or another... Okay, hang on. We're gonna get started on some Sonic. Because of course it's Sonic. The hell else would it be? Where is it? Is it in? Did I put it in? Yeah, here we go. Okay. I don't think I streamed this yet. But here comes Sonic 06 Sage 2019 edition. If it would open, that'd be nice. Task manager, where is it? Yeah, it's there. It's trying to open. I can see it. Okay, here we go. Oh, God. Hotkeys. I'm trying to use Streamlabs OBS now instead of OBS Studio. Just to see how it'll work. If it'll work. Oh, God. Push to show, push to hide, push to... God, now the hotkeys are all fucked up. Game capture. Is this gonna work? Yes. Oh, God. What? Wait a minute, what the fuck is this resolution? 1080. Oh. I'm gonna change the resolution on me for some reason. Okay. Alright, so here we go. Oh, God, it's loud. The video, James, is too loud. So here we got Sonic 06. Just gonna turn most of these things off for now. So it's update 2. There's some things... Actually, you know what? Turn these on for now. So, that's fine. Yeah. Okay. Let's get going. So this makes Sonic 06 fun. I think I've played it before. I don't think I have like a separate archive for it on stream. But this is the best way to play Sonic 06, period. So you can see the game has been updated quite a bit. For one thing, it plays well, just generally. Second of all, they add a lot of polish and detail. Sonic now sways when he moves. Like little things like that. Like he just kind of like tilts. The model just tilts, sways. Way he's running. You can do this. The jump ball animation has changed. They mapped slide, spin, and lightspeed dash all to their own buttons. You can still do that, but it's fine. The spin dash isn't quite as broken as it was in Adventure 1. Oh god. It's still kind of broken, but it's not as bad. There's little things now like the air dash curves. Sonic has momentum on rails like he did in Adventure 2. You can do that. You can jump out of a spin. Walls typically work. Got a homing reticle, which is godsend. The game looks nicer. There's just so many little things. Like this, they gave you little like bursts of air. And yeah, the gems are a thing too, but I didn't get to show them off. I have all the gems. I've gotten them all. I've gotten all the S ranks and shit. One of the things they fixed from the first update, oh god, is that you can no longer stand on rings. So like this section doesn't break if you know, try and land on the ring there or try and grab it by going down on. I worded that wrong. Tails now has a homing reticle for when he does his, you know, mid-air ring bomb throw. They just home in on them.
Tails, hurry up!
Shut up. This makes it a lot more useful than it would have been otherwise. I would typically just do that or jump on enemies, but no. The Mach speed sections were changed to be, like, worse. Like, they're just kind of exclusively worse. So, for example, I'll take a hit when I do that now. I still won't, like, die when I do this. You can still slide to break. Okay. Nobody said it was perfect. I can still hit enemies when I do that, just not like rocks and stuff. Oh god. Is the stream lagging? Hang on, I feel like the stream's lagging. Yeah, a little bit. Is the bitrate shittier? Is that the issue? Hang on. Maybe the CPU usage is a little high. Ooh, not what I wanted. Oh god. No more S rank.
We're not gonna make it. Let's speed up.
The other thing that's still weird about the Mach speed sections is that to go at full speed, when you do a light speed dash, you can't be holding forward.
Yahoo!
Except you do go faster, you hold forward. And you need to hold forward to maintain full speed. So, it's just weird. This still works. So that's fun. Ooh.
Elise, hang in there.
The biggest difference with this demo and the original game is just that everything feels faster. Everything feels more fluid, everything works better, everything is just more polished.
Just ate it.
It's just a genuinely more fun game to play than the original Sonic 06. I can't stress enough how big a difference it makes when you're not, like, when you have momentum and you can maintain speed.
Let's get going.
And the game doesn't play like a fucking Mario game, or like a Zelda. And it plays more like a Sonic game. I know. Sonic games playing like Sonic games.
Hold on tight.
It's weird, right? Okay, yeah, that's weird. I'm gonna try. Advanced. Normal? I'm gonna try normal priority, see if that changes anything. And I'm gonna check is... Can you still see? As long as you can still see the game, it's fine. Wow. That doesn't look good at all. That looks bad. Why is that happening? Okay, hold on. Does this help? No. Wow. I'm good. It's running at 60 more or less on my screen, but I see that it's running like shit in OBS and Twitch. Hang on. Never mind. It seems to be running better on Twitch than it is in OBS. Maybe it's just the, maybe it's just the preview? I don't know. Also, I don't know why the bitrate is so scummy. I gotta fix that. I know like I set up the correct bitrate with this version of OBS. Okay, but yeah, they fixed Dusty Desert quite a bit, I should mention. For one thing, this thing works finally. Yeah, this shield works now. Sonic can jump off the sand now. He couldn't do that in the original, leading to a lot of frustrating deaths. So sections like this just work. There we go. You still can't spin dash, you still can't jump on it? Hang on, I don't know if I can.
I'll have to beat all the enemies to get through here.
Oh. Nope, still can't jump on enemies. But I guess that's what this thing's for. Yeah, now you're just invincible when you use it, kind of. Do spikes still hurt me? I don't know. Where's spikes? I know spike balls still hurt me. God damn, I can feel cool in this game now. Hang on, I'm gonna try this again.
Elise, hold on tight.
Good. Oh, I see. What? Wait a minute. but I'm invincible with like most things. Okay, that's me. That lag is just me now. That's not even OBS or my computer or whatever. It's just fucking me. Okay, that's still a little broken, but... What's that? What is that? Oh. This area is really open. I like the idea of taking what would normally be an instant death plane from these games and just sort of letting you move. It's like there's stuff around here and you can just go. This idea of the game was not really conveyed very well in the original. Sorry, I bumped the mic. Like, this idea of the level wasn't executed well. Just because you couldn't really go anywhere with the shield, but now you can. For this level, and Tropical Jungle as well, the shield just makes a lot of sense. So yeah, that's the other thing about this demo is it helps these games just make, or it helps this game just make more sense, like overall. So like Wave Ocean, it's fast and it's frenetic and it's not buggy, and half the things about it work properly, or all the things about it work properly. Unlike the original where only half things work properly. Dusty Desert, that idea of it makes sense. I'll change that. It's actually kind of like the normal spin. Flame Core. Flame Core is an interesting one. And we don't have the other boss. Oh god. Flame Core is also fast and frenetic, believe it or not. And it looks really nice. Look at that. It's moments like that where I realize the Unity engine is like fully able to replicate those opening cutscenes from this game. And I'm like, yes. We get CG cutscene Sonic instead of regular shitty Sonic from 06.
Whoa! Are you all coming out to say hi?
Spiel. Oh god, the lag is killing me.
This bridge is gonna collapse any minute.
I love that you can do little things like that. Like if you see something out in the distance, you can now just spin dash jump to it.
Yes.
The game works, finally. After how many years it works. And it's funny too, because even the original ideas behind this demo, the first couple Unity demos, I have to turn off the monitoring of the audio now. But after the first couple Unity demos, the game didn't work all that great. It still felt like 06, like bad, scummy 06, but with a little extra polish, and like a couple extra graphical effects. This feels better than that. This feels like a full game. It's how Sonic 06 should have played. It's good. Okay. And there's ideas like that where I'm like, I'm sinking into the lava now, and I'm losing rings as I do so. That's better than just you take a hit, and then you take another hit, and you die. It's like the concept of losing rings gradually, when you like take a few bullets, was never expanded upon. It was just a thing they did, and then they never went further with that. But then they applied the same idea to the lava, and now all of a sudden the lava makes more sense. Now that wall running works, half the game just makes more sense. Like this area makes more sense. Now that spin dashing, okay, now that spin dashing works, it makes more sense. Okay. Sure. I was gonna get an S rank, but fuck you. The lighting effects make more sense. The particle effects make more sense. Everything just makes sense. As it is right now, I like the original style spin better than the adventure style spin. Just because the adventure style spin is clearly not done. They just slapped like a sideways PNG of Sonic spinning, or it like curled up, onto like a sphere with a blue texture on it, and that was about it. To me, I look at this and I go, oh, okay, this is like the solid evolution of what Adventure 2 is trying, with better lighting effects and stuff. And they make it more consistent by sure, Sonic never does his signature, his like angled spin dash. And he never does any he never curls into a completely different form. He's always the same form. So it makes more sense even if not everything looks better. Also, Knuckles works too. Knuckles' animation isn't quite finished. It looks like, at least. Looks like it could use some updating. I suppose with proper lighting, this area makes sense too. Okay. You don't get stuck on shit no more. It's amazing how just rethinking a couple of things fixes the whole game, and like doing that, and the game telling you, hey, light up the area. Hey, we're gonna show you what that did. Oh, hey, rings. Oh, this is where one of the gems would have been. Yeah, I got the gems. Like the rainbow gem. Which I'll show off later. Because I don't need to show that off now. I can't show it off now. Fuck it. Here he is. Super Sonic. Oh, he doesn't have his thing because he's not level 3. Yeah, and that was the other thing, like, they tried to do, like, level 1, 2, and 3 with the bar. And they made the bar work now. So Sonic now plays kind of like how he did in... Like, not kind of how he did, but, like, the bar idea is similar to how Heroes worked, where they took the idea of leveling up each level. So, like, you could go level 1, 2, and 3 and get a couple extra abilities. That makes sense with Sonic's gem shoes. That makes sense with Shadow. You know? That makes sense with every character.
Let's get going.
Radical Train makes sense because you can move quickly. I know, such high standards, you can move quickly in a Sonic game. Go fucking figure. That makes less sense. The rails need to be fixed, I think.
Yes.
Like, homing attack and rails needs to be fixed. But other than that, it's pretty good. That part needs to be fixed, like that loop there does need to be fixed. I couldn't show it off yet, but one of the things about it is just if you spin dash onto those dash pads, you'll not run. It's weird, and I don't get it, but sure. Hang on, give me a minute. There we go. Is that better? It's a little better. Yeah, but you won't start running when you hit those stash pads, and it's off, and it's bad. What else was there? I think the game's a little loud. Still. There we go. Oh shit, train.
There's gotta be a switch somewhere.
Boom. The demo still has a lot of weirdness to it, but it's like no more or less weirdness than the original Adventure games had. Like, no more weirdness than Adventure 1 or 2 had. And that's pretty damn good. Especially for, like, an indie game. The other thing about Flame Core is that it's a combat-oriented level, very clearly, but Sonic is able to beat all these enemies so quickly with his bounce attack, with his homing attack. I'm still having issues with the fucking mic monitoring, because of course I am. This is me we're talking about. You know, a month later, I still haven't had my mic issues fixed.
Uh-oh, gotta speed up.
Yeah, Flame Core makes sense now that Sonic can, like, dispatch enemies quickly. These Mach speed sections make sense when you don't take a hit from everything. When you can, like, slam through shit, it makes more sense. Like, it doesn't make sense that when I'm running super fast, I'm not slamming through everything. Unity's a little janky in that most geometry is just a physical object in the world. So, like, you'll get weird camera shakes like that. Sonic now doesn't weirdly slide in midair when he hits the goal ring. Okay, some disappeared there, but sure. But yeah, even a level like Flame Core where, you know, they stop you in a room to open a door by killing a bunch of enemies. It still makes sense. Because Sonic can just kill them all quickly. That's one thing, that's one idea I like, is that it's not about how fast you can platform. That's the only thing that the game is testing. It's also how fast can you kill enemies. Okay. How can you, the player, make killing enemies stylish and fast? Like that. Like, they did it in Heroes properly, they did it in Shadow properly. Even if it wasn't perfect, the idea of killing enemies was still fun in a lot of ways. Even if they have health bars, it just means that you gotta do a little bit of an extra input without having to have more level geometry there. It's like in Unleashed, how they wanted you to, you know, use a bunch of combos and think about combat more. Combat's more based on, hey, can I avoid these projectiles as I'm doing homing attacks? Combat's based on, like, how fast can I dispatch everything? I have to think about, like, the room around me. Okay, something fucking up there. Combat in this game can be made fun, and that's what I like about it.
I'll go on ahead.
Silver, I still think needs some work. I think his mobility is pretty much where it should be. I could imagine doing this, like boosting around across the field in the hub world.
I think I could knock that structure down.
Silver speeding around the area with his psychic abilities is real cool. It's like, why wouldn't Silver be able to do any of this shit? I think the projectile... I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I think the projectile attack should kill small enemies with 1 hit point, and then should only stun bigger enemies, like this guy. So this stun should work. And I would be able to do that. And some people, I think the designer would be like, isn't that a little too overpowered? I would go, making these characters overpowered for combat sections is kind of the point. Because that makes them more fun. Getting overpowered combos in DMC and, you know, learning overpowered combos in fighting games like Smash, that's fun. That's what people want. I'd say learning overpowered combos to get through areas is kind of the point. There we go. I mean, one of Sonic's most famous rewards ever is Super Sonic. A form that's literally just invincibility. And the only limit to it is, as long as you have rings, you'll be super. And you need to start with 50 rings, which, that's not a super... like problematic limit. That never like actually really limits Super Sonic all that much. Like I have more rings than when I started as Super Sonic. It's like the game wants me to be OP. And really when I'm super, the game does want me to be OP. I think the idea behind each level 2 is interesting, so Wave Ocean, levels like Wave Ocean, Radical Train, and Kingdom Valley, they're all like linear platforming gauntlets. And they expect you to use your skills to platform to get to the end. The urgency, like, this game has a lot of urgency to it, in a sense. And the big urgency about it is... So, like, let's think about it in plot. The urgency of Wave Ocean is you gotta go get to Elise. The urgency of Kingdom Valley is you gotta go get to Elise. Radical Train, gotta go get to Elise. But in, say, Flame Core, the urgency is less about... also, the effects on Super Sonic are awesome. The urgency is less about getting to the end of the level. It's more about fighting your way through this mob of monsters. And so, the urgency is, hey, there's a shitload of monsters here, we gotta kill them. And so you do. That's why there's no Mach speed section. Same with Dusty Desert. The urgency is more about, hey, I gotta get Elise out of here. And so there's no, like, locked rooms where you're supposed to kill a bunch of enemies. But with Kingdom Valley and, Flame Core, not Kingdom Valley. I don't know, what the fuck, Aquatic Base and Flame Core? The idea is, you're in, you know, you're in the bad guy's big den. And now he's throwing everything he can at you and locking all the doors and shit. And so it's always going to be more combat oriented because that's like a climax area. You know, it's like a bigger area where the enemies are supposed to be stronger and more aggressive. And they're just trying to kill you. Nobody's really chasing anybody, but the bad guy is trying to stop the player from getting to the end. Rather than it feels like the bad guy's trying to get away. Different tones and themes going on there. Anyways, that's some ramble about Sonic 06 as I play a good version of Sonic 06. So, it's great. It's Sonic Project 06. Check it out. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, that's a stream. And not webcam. No. That's the stream. I hope you enjoyed the stream today. It was earlier in the day. I know. I have a feeling if I'm going to be streaming from now on, it's going to be less nighttime streams and more daytime streams. Because when I'm done with work, I don't want to stream. Like, streaming's the last thing on my mind. It's the last thing I want to do. But here, no, it's pretty good. I had a lot of fun with this stream, even if I was alone. It was fine. And yeah. So if you enjoyed the stream, please follow me on YouTube. Or subscribe to me on YouTube. And follow me on Twitch. Twitch will be in the description of the YouTube video, and the other thing. Man, it's been so long I forget how to do these outros, so go follow me on Twitch. Twitch is in the description of the YouTube video, and if you're watching this on Twitch, just click that follow button. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe there. If you're watching on Twitch, you can check out my YouTube channel in the About section at Samuel Knytt. So it's at www.youtube.com/SamuelKnytt, and on Twitch, it's twitch.tv/MrKnytt. Anyways, that's the spiel. That's the stream. Hope you had a good one. I'll see you around.